What is going on, guys? Welcome to our spoiler video for Batman v Superman. I'm sorry it took me so long. I did the non-spoiler review, and then I was like, hey, tomorrow I'm going to do it. And then I just didn't feel like doing it. Since I saw it again with John over here, we're going to be talking about it. If you guys recognize John, he's from Comes Versus, and just from that, I think listening to his reactions to this movie was actually better.
See?
You guys heard my other non-spoiler review, but when I saw it again, just disappointing. And I was probably not in the greatest mood, and just watching it again, okay, we're just going to dive right into it. We're going to try to keep this as short as possible.
I wanted to leave so badly. That's how aggravated I was.
Yeah, he was pissed.
But none of it mattered. The bottom line for me was none of it mattered at the end of the day, because the whole thing was inconsistent and was very incohesive. And the problem with that is if you don't have direct focus for your story, then it becomes aggravating to watch. Not only that, it also becomes, it's just difficult to really follow along, because at that point you're trying to make sense of things, and that just aggravates you.
Yeah,
so.
like they were shoving so much in your face. And when I first watched it, I was guilty for trying to like it, even though I was going in there with my expectations low. But in there, I was trying to find out all the good things. In my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to look for the bad. But in my mind, I was like, hey, I'm not going to do it. But then I ended up ignoring the bad and all that stuff. So then when I was not in a good mood, I was like, okay, I know the good. Let me look for the bad. Holy shit. It should not take an hour and a half to build up a 5-minute fight, and then out of nowhere, Martha! Okay, we're best friends.
How about it shouldn't take 30 to 40 minutes just to get to the first action scene of the movie?
Okay, I'm going to say one good thing about this movie, for sure. Well, there's actually two things. Batman, I like Batman in this movie, and I love the Batman scene with the Metropolis.
He was good.
That, when you see, Man of Steel, you're like, oh, cool, explosions here and there. It's like Michael Bay. And with meaning, though, there's meaning behind that destruction. And then when you see it up close, when you're seeing someone so small on the ground, you're like, holy shit, this is honestly scary. It was probably the most intense part of the movie, and that's all that was there. There was really nothing that great about the movie. And like you said, the inconsistency, I didn't see the editing flaws until the second time I viewed it, because I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't know why everyone's hating on it. And then I looked at it again. You have to watch the movie a couple times in order to catch all the negatives, because there's so much out there.
See, my thing was, I thought it was just going to be strictly Batman and Superman. Now, I did hear Wonder Woman. I did hear Lex Luthor. I heard Doomsday. I've seen the trailers. I've seen all of it, all right? I've seen all of it.
Yeah, if you see that trailer, you saw the movie.
But you don't expect... The thing is, though, you don't expect all these things being crammed up. You don't expect that much. You expect just Batman versus Superman. There is nothing really...
Dawn of Justice. That's what a lot of the people are going to comment. We get it. It's Dawn of Justice. But you got to remember, the main title, it's the main title. There's a thing called a main title. The title and then the subtitle. You have to focus on Batman v Superman and then Dawn of Justice later. You got to build up to that. That is so forced. I hated that part.
The thing is that even before Dawn of Justice, it was just strictly called Batman versus Superman. They didn't even have it.
Before then, it was actually just Man of Steel, too. It was actually Man of Steel,
and too. Speaking of Man of Steel, too, more like Batman.
It was just Batman. I mean, at least there was some Batman in there, because the Batman was the best part.
I think I can agree that, yeah, Batman was probably the only good parts of the film. But he's the only one you really can see why he's doing what he's doing.
Everyone else's morals are all kinds of fucked up. You don't know. Superman.
Morals? What morals?
Exactly. Exactly. Superman. They could have easily said, oh, Batman kills people. I'm going to stop him because he's killing people. No, he's a vigilante, so I got to stop him. What? You're kind of a vigilante, too. You wear a costume. You wear fucking spandex and fly around and being a god. That's kind of a vigilante. That's what a vigilante is. You're a fucking vigilante. You can't be all pissy about someone else being a vigilante. Hypocrite in the room. I smell it. It would have been so much better if someone said about Batman killing people. That bothered me. He's literally blowing people up. I think he was shooting more people than, I don't know, freaking, who's the famous murderer, infamous murderer?
Overrated Hannibal Lecter.
Him, yes,
I
yes.
said overrated. Deal with it.
And let's get to the main negative. Well, for me specifically, we're gonna wrap up very soon. Three. You want to take it together? 3, 2, 1.
Lex Luthor. Oh my god.
He's terrible. He's so bad. My friends are like, "Oh, that's not technically Lex Luthor. It's Lex Luthor." So shut the fuck up. If it's his son, I don't
It's
give a
Lex
shit.
Luthor.
It's Lex Luthor. Who gives a flying fuck? He's terrible. Lex Luthor, the one I love the most. He is supposed to be the president in the future. He's supposed to be a public speaker. He's supposed to be a boss. He's not
The only man who genuinely doesn't like Superman. One of the only few people to genuinely dislike him in the comics. You know, because he has his own good reasons. Here, it's like
he hates God. That's what he basically do, and he's the closest thing to God, and that's not a good reason for him wanting to kill Superman.
There's no motivation. I didn't understand why he wanted to do anything in the first place. I didn't get anything. That's the thing. Again, the whole thing I said at the beginning of the review. Lex Luthor is by far the most aggravating part of the whole film.
Just cringeworthy.
I think I cringed most with the speech and.
Oh yeah, me.
I also cringed most with that talk he had with Superman near the end of the film.
Yeah.
That's also the thing that set the fight. Oh, we gotta get to that too.
Oh yeah, look, we'll just brief over that, then we're gonna end the review.
Yeah.
So like the whole thing, like what Captain America and Civil War is doing so well is everyone believes they're on the right side. They're basically forcing them to fight. Yes, Batman agrees he has to fight him because of Metropolis. That's a good reason. Superman wants to fight, not only because he's a vigilante, it's because Martha, his mom, was kidnapped, and the whole thing, them stopped fighting after 5 minutes because both her mom's name was Martha. Who gives a fuck? Your turn. I hated that part.
What did you want me to do?
Just like, what did you think about that whole part?
Oh, the fight itself?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I like the fight, but like that's me personally.
The fight was bad. It was only one-sided. I'm not like a crazy fan of either. Well, no, I'm lying here. No, I love both of them. I didn't care who would win. The problem was it was one-sided, and it wasn't really that dramatic of a fight to begin with. It was completely one-sided, and it's just like you knew, just based on the kryptonite alone. Like I already could tell that Batman was going to win. So there's nothing really surprising. Yeah. I was hoping that Superman would actually beat the shit out of him still. Regardless, but
he did get a couple.
Regardless who won, I couldn't have cared less. But you know.
Yeah, but
No.
So like overall, there were some good parts in my opinion, but majority was just a hot mess. So how about you get your review, like your score?
My score?
Yeah, 0, like from 1 to 5.
2 out of 5.
Okay, you're going 2 out of 5. Okay.
That's 2 out of 5.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna. The next video, I'm actually really going to talk more about it, but that's my impression.
Okay, so last video, my Batman v Superman non-spoiler, I gave it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 2.5. That's not a fresh score, if you guys were wondering. It's a rotten, like a little shit or vomit symbol. It's you can't get it there. You can't get it. You can't. There's too many problems. It's the easiest movie to make. All you gotta do is make Batman and Superman and have a couple sprinkle of teases. They fucked it up. I don't know how. I think I could have written a better script. The dialogue would have been obviously kind of shit, but like
it makes me feel like I could write better.
Yeah,
it's
like
pretty
that.
Bad.
Listen, it's inspirational in a way. Hey, it could get better. Okay, thank you guys for watching. It went a little bit longer than we expected, but you know what? Hopefully we can get this thing uploaded in time. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all our crap. Later, and goodbye.